What's up, guys? Owned by Tomato here, playing some free-for-all on Invasion. This was, well, I think my third game after being back, after being off on a break for a little bit. So, I was gonna, all-out snipe, so I got on a different account so I wouldn't just, totally kill any of my stats that I do have. But then once I got on this account, I figured out that he didn't have Sleight of Hand Pro yet. So I decided to work on it while warming up. And this account's name is XXInTrainingXX. I made it a long time ago, and I don't ever play on it. But it right now it serves as a warm-up account in case I just have been off for a really long time. And for being gone for a little while, I think I did a fairly good job on this free-for-all, but please don't be too harsh on my lack of aiming skills. For some reason they get incredibly rusty the longer I'm off. I just go horrible. But I am back now, and I'm sorry for all the free-for-all videos lately. I'm gonna work on getting some more search games, some domination, whatever, just something besides free for all, just to change it up a little bit. But my setup is the mp5k, no attachment, and the spas as my secondary. The spas, I believe I've said it before, but I think it's incredibly fun to use. But it can make you mad if you're getting a lot of hit markers. My kill streak setup, I think I was level 11. I don't know, level 11 or something. I'm not sure what level I was, but I didn't have any of the kill streaks unlocked. So it was just a basic 3, 4, 5 setup: UAV, care package, and predator missile. I really think I might have had the Harrier. I don't know. No, it was 3, 4, 5. Just kidding, guys. So basically, when I'm warming up, you can't get too mad about getting killed if you've been off for a little bit. You just have to kind of focus on getting back, to where it feels natural, aiming, and where you can do it pretty quickly. And just don't let it get to you. And before too long, you'll be warmed back up and poning the noobs. Alright, guys, a couple of free-for-all tips for you. Whenever I get into a free-for-all, people tend to not really use their head that much. If you use your head and outthink your opponent a little bit, kind of like I did there, he thought I was gonna be still sitting at the window or at the door, and I ran around to the window. If you use your head a little bit, you can pick up quite a few kills, and it should get you pretty close to the top, unless you're just with a really good free-for-all lobby, which doesn't happen that often. In free-for-all, it really pays off to have a run-and-gun style of gameplay, and not really a camping one, unless you camp and kill 2 or 3 people on the other team. And it makes those 3 people mad, and they constantly just run back to the same spot where you were at trying to kill you. And then you keep picking them off as they run up, and it feeds your kill streaks, and then you just dominate. But I don't really recommend it, because it kind of comes down to luck, and if your opponent's going to be stupid enough to run to the same spot over and over and over again. So I just run around looking for kills and trying to outthink my opponent and where they'll be. I check the normal camp spots, which are usually if you check in any any high buildings, or any good, well, not good, but good if you didn't know the map's hiding spots. Since most newer players tend to take it a little bit slower, they usually go back to those spots that have worked in the past And if you know that the spots that work fairly often, then you have an extreme advantage over your opponents. Now if you're first starting out trying to do a run and gun style, say maybe either you're new to the game or your normal style is fairly slow and laid back, kind of campish, don't get discouraged if you don't do well your first couple times running all crazy throughout the map. It kind of takes some getting used to. You have to kind of anticipate when they're going to round corners and how they're going to react. Like if you're getting shot at and you know you can't kill them.
In training,
Sorry. That little in training, huh? But if you're getting shot at and you run around the corner, if you can anticipate how they're going to react to you running in there, which is usually them running after you, and usually checking the first couple of corners that you went by. So what I usually do is, if I do get in a situation where I have to take off running and I get around the first corner, I try and make the quickest loop possible that I can, so that I'm behind the opponent instead of them being behind me. That way I have an advantage over them. It usually works fairly well. You just have to think kind of how most players generally react. Like most people are right-handed, so they usually look to their right first. So if you're camping in a corner, like inside of a building, camp to the left, because it's just more natural for people to look to the right before they look to the left. I don't know. Just a couple of things to think about. I hope you guys can bear with me. I'm getting unrusty, and I'll soon be back with some good gameplay. This is a clip I got on Search and Destroy today. I had picked up a care package and I threw it down, and I see no reason why it would like go haywire, but it did, and it rolled over my teammate in my party. And on a search, you don't get a respawn, so I killed him for the round. I'm sorry, Karma. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much.